Hey everyone, Fel here. This is the third video in the scenario playthrough and the fourth video total for the Fel Fire questline. This next section is, for the most part, optional. It has loot on the room that you can pick up. The point is to gather as much as possible before it despawns and then just run to the end. What ends up happening is, depending on how much you loot, your imp will end up converting that into into sellable items that you can then vendor. I think I gathered up about 200 gold worth of items. I wasn't trying very hard to push for the timer, but it was something that I went for just to help negate some of my repair costs from running this and dying several times in my horrible gear. The quest takes place in the Den of Mortal Delights, although it has been turned into somewhat of a loot room. There's very little mobs. The mobs that are there are not hard to burn down at all. The only issue I could see someone having is if they ended up pulling multiple packs and getting CC'd or feared into more groups. So if you take the mobs one at a time and just burn them down, shouldn't have an issue. Essentially, all you want to hug the walls, stay away from the pats, and there's different items of different value laying across the room. Just gather as much as you can in the allotted time, and then reach the end of the dungeon. So you can see killed a couple packs here so far, just picking up what I can without having to engage as much as possible. So one thing to note is that while in this portion of the scenario you are stuck with your imp, the game automatically summons him out for you and gets rid of whatever demon you had, and you are locked during this section with the imp. Now, most of the demons though are extremely squishy. You can see the succubus dies almost right away, and even the fel guards that are padding around, they're not the same ones as earlier. They don't have the frontal interrupt. They don't hit anywhere near as hard as the ones that are in the tunnel as you're heading to a comma. So just burn them down. If you want to avoid most of the ads, hug the wall. It's from the start of the loot room to the very end of it. So at this point in the scenario, there's no more loot on the ground. You just have to run through the remaining stretch of the scenario in the Black Temple, burn down the demons, again, trying to go for one at a time since you do just have your imp, and get to the end. This quest part of the scenario completes when you get to the bed that normally Mother Sharaz was on. There is a Shivra there, but it's not Mother Sharaz. It's Black has been cleared, and there are no more bosses, with the exception of the ones that you have to fight for this quest line. So one thing to note once you get out here, I don't know why the Felguard inside the building did not have his interrupt, but the ones out here do. I may have just gotten lucky with the other one. He didn't throw out any of his frontal cone interrupts. This one throws out several. One he got lucky and throws at my imp, and the other one he happens to hit me right there. It's really annoying that still can't summon any sort of other demons, so you're stuck tanking him, which means he's facing you, and since he's facing you, you will get hit with the interrupts. But otherwise, he's not... They're a lot more squishy than the first ones that were in the hallway, so just burn him down, and it really shouldn't be an issue. Again, I was doing this, and I think I level 450, 460, so any geared Warlock should be able to just blow through these mobs out here. So one thing I'd recommend doing, and I didn't actually notice, doesn't really matter up until that point, but you can see there's a Dreadlord. If you hop over to the other side of the room, it's a clear shot all the way up to the bed, where you can pull the Shivra that's there and burn her down. All the mobs and that Dreadlord's fear, I would recommend just avoiding him, but it's completely up to you. Starting right at the ramp, you can probably have seen the left side or the opposite side of the room had essentially the same demons. So it again really doesn't matter where you cross, but I would recommend avoiding the Dreadlord and the Shivra that are speaking with each other right there. So this is the final destination for the scenario. I will have the final video with the Conrathod kill and my pointers posting up. As always, please subscribe and like the video. If you have any questions, please post in the comments below. And hopefully I will have that last video out in the next couple of days.